Rule number 1 when you're trying to design a good flag is do not put words on your flag. Actually, according to NAVA's Good Flag, Bad Flag, it's rule number 4. And California's flag not only breaks that one with words on the flag, but breaks a lot of the other rules too. It's complex, it has a lot of colors, and yet California's flag is regarded as one of the best state flags in the country. It's the example I use all the time that breaking rules is sometimes okay. California's flag, also known as the Bear Flag, has 4 main elements. We have the red stripe at the bottom, the words, of course, the bear, and the red star. Each of these 4 elements has an incredible story behind it, and uncovering them is going to take us across time and across the map of California. I've come to California to break down their state flag and all of the incredible stories that it holds inside of it. Now, I'm only here 2 days, so I don't have a lot of time. The best place to get started is in Sonoma, which is just an hour north of here, because that is where the Bear Flag Revolt actually happened. So we gotta go. In June of 1846, a group of about 30 American settlers came in and took Sonoma pretty easily, and they raised their own flag, the Bear Flag. One of these men was William Todd, who, funny enough, was Abraham Lincoln's nephew. This is the flag that William Todd made for the short-lived California Republic. I mean, this isn't the original. The original was lost in 1906, but this, pretty close. This is the earliest form of the California flag that uses all 4 elements that we're going to be talking about in this design breakdown, so we're going to use it for that. But there may have been an earlier California bear flag, and it was designed by Peter Storm. It's similar in almost every way, except it doesn't have words on the flag. But historians are not really sure which one came first. The bear on the Todd flag looks a lot more like a pig, but when you're painting with a mix of berries and brick dust, you're not going to get a masterpiece. What we do know for sure is that Todd's flag was the last flag of the California Republic, because when American forces marched into Sonoma, they took down Todd's flag, thus ending the California Republic just 25 days after it was founded. The story that I think holds the most water is that Peter Storm did in fact design the first bear flag. According to legend, him and his wife sewed together some flannel diapers to make equal stripes of red and white. They apparently marched into Sonoma under that flag. Regardless, both Todd's flag and Storm's flag both had similar elements like the bear, the star, and a red stripe on the bottom. So let's dive in with this iconic red stripe. While they may have taken Sonoma under Storm's flag, Todd's bear flag came probably shortly thereafter and flew over the California Republic for the longest period of time. And why in Todd's reproduction did the red stripe get shrunk this small? Well, probably because that's all the red fabric they had. It says right here that the red flannel came from Mrs. Sears' petticoat that she had used as they were crossing the mountains. So fabric was in short supply. Once the red stripe did shrink down to this size, in my opinion it looks more American, which is probably a happy coincidence for the rebellious bear flaggers. And while there's a lot of bicolor flags out there, there's not many, if any, that I can remember that have a red baseline right along the bottom. And I think that's a really unique design element that California has. I grew up in Texas, also known as the Lone Star State because of the one star on the flag. And I grew up hearing this story that the star on the California flag was a reference to the star on the Texas flag because Texas had just gained independence from Mexico and California wanted to do the same thing. Texans love a good story when they can gloat about something, especially if it's being better than California in some way. So I was obviously skeptical of this story and reporting it in this video, so I had to dig a little bit deeper to see if that's true. The Californians had a lot of coup attempts before they finally broke up with Mexico for good. One of those happened just down the coast here in Monterey 10 years before the Bear Flag Revolt. Juan Alvarado made up a flag, which was a white flag with a big red star in the middle of it, and he decided, I'm in control now. This is often called the first flag of California, or the Lone Star flag of California. Once I saw the red star on the Alvarado flag, I thought, well, surely that puts that Texas legend to bed once and for all. But just to be sure, I called the one man that I trust most with flag history, especially California flag history, Jim Farragon. Do you think that the Bear Flaggers would have seen the red Alvarado flag?
No, I don't think they had any knowledge of it.
Really?
I think they may have. I think they may. Yeah, the whole Alvarado thing was a very short-lived affair, and the flag, they may have heard about it, but I don't think they ever saw that flag. The star is clearly an American symbol. Do we have a straight line to Texas? The answer is no. Do we have a dotted line to Texas? The answer is absolutely. But the idea of Americans anywhere doing something without a star on it is absurd.
Jim said that the Bear Flaggers were probably not aware of Alvarado's coup, and especially not aware of the flag, since only a few of them were ever made. They probably never saw one. Here's what we are certain of, is that there have been multiple groups throughout history that have left America, moved west, set up camp, then declared independence from Mexico, and tried to join the United States. First the Republic of West Florida, then the Republic of Texas, and now the California Republic. All of them using Lone Star flags. So is there a definitive answer of why the Bear Flaggers put a single red star on their flag? Unfortunately, no. But according to Jim, the strongest link is that they probably knew that American independence movements had 5-pointed stars. Could it be the same star as the Alvarado flag, be it that it's a single red star? Possibly. We're just never really gonna know for sure. So this 5-pointed star, clearly an American symbol. Now, the bear is distinctly a Californian symbol. When asked what the bear means, William Todd said that the bear symbolizes strength and unyielding resistance. Bear also was kind of a derogatory term that the Mexican people were using against these American colonists that were coming in. They were coming over the mountains covered in fur, and they probably stank really bad, and so they started calling them osos, or bears, and they really just started to wear that with pride. When the American military came in, they took the bear flag back to Washington. And when California became an official state in 1850, it did not have a state flag for 60 years. That is until 1911 when the California legislature was like, hey, we need an official flag, and that bear flag, that thing was pretty cool. But what bear should they use on the flag? Should it be Todd's pig-like flag or Storm's bear on his hind legs? My personal favorite is called the Pio Pico flag. It was a flag drawn by someone on a letter to the Mexican government kind of saying, hey, this happened. This person obviously had never seen a real bear flag in person because the stripe is on the fly edge instead of along the bottom. And this bear is truly a work of art. Anyway, the law never stated what the bear should look like, and so for years, any old bear would do, until 1953, where they decided to clean this whole thing up and have an official bear flag design. The bear that they chose was a watercolor painting by Charles Christian Nahl of a very specific grizzly bear, and his name was Monarch. This is Monarch, literally, this is the bear. He was the last of the California grizzlies, and after being captured in the 1800s, he was held in captivity until he passed away when he was stuffed and mounted. But now it resides at the California Academy of Sciences, and it stands as a physical model for the bear flag. Years later, the state made the California grizzly the official state animal, even though all of them are now extinct. Finally, we can talk about the words, and one of my favorite stories about this flag, and that is the misspelling. In a detailed letter that William Todd wrote about designing the bear flag, he wrote about this word that he put below the bear and the star. As someone who has misspelled something in every single thing I've ever done, including my senior project in college, I relate to this so much. He literally wrote this word and had terrible kerning, by the way. He literally forgot the letter I in the word, and this was a C with a period. And so he turned the C into an I, added another C, and then added another period. This is actually how Todd identified the flag after it had been given back, because of this misspelling. In this reproduction that they made for the 50th anniversary of the California Republic, they took out the misspelling, which I think was a big mistake. The flag now has the words centered under the bear and the grass right there in the middle of the flag in what I think is the perfect font, but that still doesn't excuse the fact that there's still words on the flag. So please, kids at home, don't put words on flags. So yes, California's flag breaks a few design rules. Actually, breaks all of the design rules. But they do it because of historical reasons, not because some politician wanted there to be words on the flag, like my home state of Indiana. The flag is literally everywhere, and because San Francisco and Los Angeles, the two major tourist hubs, don't have great city flags on their own, the state flag is the souvenir to get up and down the state. You know, I tried to make a better California flag following all of the design rules, and I did, and it was fine. It didn't really sell that well. And so in the end, I just decided, let's just sell the California flag as it is because everyone loves it. And of course, now you can get flags, pins, patches, stickers, and of course, pride versions of everything, all at flagsforgood.com. I'm Michael from Flags for Good. Let me know in the comments which flag I should break down next, and I'll see you there. Hobbs, do you need to be in this video? You're not a bear, you're a cat. This coup attempt was subsided when Mexico was like, yeah, dude. Oh, I thought the camera was falling, mother. Like my home state of Tennessee. I don't live in Tennessee. Why did I say that?